Hello, welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Louise VanNatta.
Our guest today is Jonathan Bucci, who is the collection curator at Hallie Museum of Art, which is a unit within Willamette University. Welcome. Thank you for being our guest.
Yeah, thanks.
It's kind of exciting today because we have a new exhibit at Hallie Museum, which is called, let me see if I get the pronunciation right, Stilleven. Am I correct?
That's right. Yeah.
What is that? It's a Dutch word?
Yes, Stilleven is the Dutch word for still life. So,
Okay.
and our exhibition is an exhibition of contemporary still life. So we decided to use the term Stilleven, which refers to Dutch still life, which is what people generally think of when they think of the golden age of still life, and then use that in connection to the contemporary exhibition.
But this is not your ordinary still life. Tell us about what's going on there, because I went in and I was frankly blown away. We'll be seeing some video.
It's not just paintings of apples in a bowl?
No, it's not just paintings of apples in a bowl. Tell us about what we're going to see.
Sure.
But we are going to be seeing some bowls of fruit, but it's not everyday fruit. I don't want to give it away.
I haven't seen it yet. I know you have.
There are 27 artists in the exhibition, all from the Pacific Northwest.
Fantastic.
That would be, for this exhibition, it's defined by Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Montana, and Idaho.
What was the theme behind the development of this?
The theme was still life, but the
oddly enough,
no, the concept came from John, the director of the museum. He and I are co-curating the exhibition, and he was interested in presenting an exhibition of contemporary still life. He asked me if I wanted to work on it with him, and so we each talked a little bit about the concept of still life. You know, what is a still life? You know, and so we spent some time talking about, you know, especially within a contemporary context, where's that definition? You know, how far can you take it before it dissolves and it's too far of a reach to call something still life? And so that was part of our conversation at the beginning, was kind of setting the parameters for, you know, what we're going to consider still life. And so there's certainly fairly traditional approaches to still life in the exhibition, but there are also more conceptual approaches to still life in the exhibition, and I think approaches that kind of push the viewer a little bit.
Why don't we go to Hallie Museum? You haven't been to this yet.
Not to this exhibit.
Well,
no,
I want people to take a look at this. So why don't we just take a look at the video, and I think it'll speak for itself.
Yeah,
awesome.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Traditionally, when people think of still life, you think of small, intimate paintings of either animate or inanimate objects. We hope our exhibition, Stilleven, sort of blows your mind about that. Stilleven is a Dutch word, and it means still life, and it's actually pronounced Stilleven. We decided to begin to kind of look around and see who in the Pacific Northwest was working with that theme of still life on a consistent basis. This work is by the Idaho artist David Gies. David creates these faux architectural fragments and frescoes that are meant to replicate great pieces of historic art, but in fact they were made in his studio in Moscow, Idaho. He claims to have excavated this and other pieces at a site in northern Italy called the Villa Beatrice, which is in the Piedmont region of northern Italy. He has a tremendous amount of fun with this, and it's all tongue-in-cheek and wink wink. As David likes to say, collage is my name, deception my game.
Wow, there is a lot to see there. And also it looks like it would be great for families or for kids who are really excited about art and sculpture.
It's actually, the Stilleven exhibition would be a great show for kids. It's there's a lot of different approaches and a lot of things for kids to respond to, and a lot of color, a lot of humor, and a lot of, you know, pieces that could provoke, you know, a deeper conversation as well.
So now this runs through December 20th, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Let's talk about some of the more permanent exhibits that you have at Hallie Ford Museum that are also great opportunities for our people in the community
right
to go
here
see.
in Salem, which is
right
fantastic.
Here in Salem.
Sure, yeah, we have 3 permanent collection galleries. We have the Carl Hall Gallery on the first floor, which is dedicated to art from the Pacific Northwest, modern and contemporary art, which for that gallery in particular goes back to about the 1930s up until current work, and it's you know, art from the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, primarily. Upstairs we have the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde Gallery, which focuses on Native American art from the Pacific Northwest. And that exhibition up there combines both traditional Native American art, basketry, and regalia objects with contemporary fine artists who are Native Americans. And that it's side by side, so that you shows the connection and the influence is that translate back and forth between.
How about antiquities too? Don't you have some old
we
stuff?
do. We have in the Sponenberg Gallery upstairs. We have artworks from ancient Egypt, from Rome, from Greece. We have a mosaic from a Roman mosaic. We have ancient glass collection. So
Fantastic.
we have a wide selection of objects.
You know, for people who haven't been to Hallie Ford Museum at any time, this is a gem right here in our community. Can you tell us what your hours are and if there's a free day? I think there is one, isn't there?
Tuesdays are free, and our hours are 10 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday, and then Sundays from 1 to 5.
And we can learn more at the website?
Yeah, the museum's website, and you can get there through Willamette University's homepage is probably the easiest way to find it.
I love going there. I enjoy it, and I know that you enjoy putting these collections together and having these exhibits like this. So we'll have to have you back.
Oh, thank you.
It'd be
I'd love
wonderful
to.
fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for joining us today on InSight.
And we'll see you next time.